Hello all my friends, do you know the reason why 1 to 14-day-old DOC chickens often die? And this time I will share a story based on my experience while raising livestock. Before that, for those of you who like this video, please like and subscribe first, friends. Does anyone know why newly hatched chicks get sick easily and eventually die even though their mother takes care of them? In my experience, many newly hatched chicks die for many reasons, ranging from temperature, weather, and the medicines that are often given. Sometimes many chicks die even though they are cared for by their parents, because not all mother hens are good at caring for their chicks. Especially during winter or rainy season, in that season we really have to pay attention to it. First, if the chicks are cold, their appetite will decrease, their effectiveness will decrease, and the chicks will tend to be quiet rather than eating. Because newly hatched chicks are not yet able to withstand cold temperatures, and their feathers are still thin, so they are unable to cover their own bodies when exposed to cold weather. Newly hatched chicks need warm temperatures from 0 to 14 days of age. The characteristics of a cold chick are that its feathers fluff up, it looks restless, but when held it stays still, and tends to stay still rather than move when released. For this reason, newly hatched chicks must be cared for properly from the age of 0 to 14 days onwards. The next factor is an overdose of chicks. Many beginners want their chickens to look healthy, so they grow up quickly and then give them excessive vitamins. If chicks are given excessive vitamins without knowing the dosage, the chicks will not be healthy but instead will die and get sick. Because chickens that consume vitamins in the long term without knowing the requirements they need will have fatal consequences. For that, give vitamins to chickens wisely according to their needs. Give according to the dosage on the vitamin packaging so that the chicken stays healthy. Because on every package of chicken vitamins there are instructions for use. The next factor is the place. If you put the chicks in a box or in a small cage, try to keep the place dry and warm, because if the place is wet or damp, the chicks can get sick. And this is an example of my chicken that I put in the box late, because previously it was being cared for by its mother when the weather was rainy. Looked weak and moved little and had no appetite. For the time being I separated him from his mother and left him in the box for a few days. The next factor is that the mother hen is not very good at caring for her chicks. If you deliberately leave the chicks to be cared for by their mother because of limited space or cage. So look for a clever hen to take care of her chicks, because not all hens are good at this. Because a mother hen who is not good at caring for her chicks will actually make the chicks not be cared for, starting from warmth and other needs. And the incident that I usually see when chicks are being cared for by their mothers, chicks are often stepped on by their mothers when they are looking for food on the ground. Sometimes the chick itself is pecked by the mother, but most often it is stepped on by its own mother. If you have a mother like that, it's better to immediately separate the offspring from the mother. This way we can minimize the death rate of chicks. You can move them into a box or chicken coop specifically for breeding chicks. Of course, by paying attention to temperature conditions, cage conditions, and away from predators that threaten chicks. That was my experience when I noticed my mistakes in raising DOC chickens or newly hatched chicks. For those of you who are experienced, please provide guidance by writing your experiences in the comments column so that I can also learn from all of you. Okay, I hope this video is useful for those of you who need it. I'll take my leave, see you in my next video.